Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Acura MDX A-Spec in Apex Blue Pearl with a red interior. Below the A-Spec you have the technology package, and below that you have MDX package. Above the A-Spec you have the advanced package, the A-Spec with advanced package, and then the top tier MDX Type S. First thing to notice on the A-Spec is everything's blacked out, so there's no chrome on here at all. Starting off with the front fascia here, you do have the signature dual LED headlamps from Acura. So you have LED high beam, low beam, turn signals, and daytime running lights. And the daytime running lights will be the chicane style LED daytime running lights. A-Spec also will give you LED fog lights because the technology package and the base MDX don't have fog lights standard. Now the lower portion of the bumper here, it is some fake venting and some real venting. So the left side over here, it's not functional at all, but you do have sensors in the bumper. The lower portion here is flat black. Same thing here, this is flat black as well, but around it's gloss black. And the grille have the new frameless Pentagon grille that started on the Integra. You also have your Acura emblem up front, which is large. That also houses your radar for your Acura watch safety features. But from the front fascia of the MDX, it's just a very aggressive looking SUV. Come along to the side profile of the MDX A-Spec. Like I said, everything's blacked out, so you can see the lower portion is flat black. This lower portion of the door is gloss black. The mirror caps also gloss black. Lower portion of the mirror caps gloss black. LED turn signals integrated into the side mirrors. Around the glass too, it's gloss black. The pillars gloss black. Everything pretty much is gloss black. You don't have standard roof rails, but you can add those as an accessory. But if you get the A-Spec Advanced, it will have the roof rails standard. But yeah, if you want a trim level that blacks everything out, the A-Spec definitely is going to be the package you want, especially if you can't decide between a technology and an A-Spec. You have an A-Spec badge, let you know. I don't have a regular MDX, so I got the sportier one. And you do have 20-inch rims, and the tires are a 255/50 wall. Now coming along to the rear of the MDX A-Spec, you do have a shark fin style antenna that is body colored, so you can see the Apex blue there. You have the window spoiler that's half gloss black, half body colored. Exposed windshield wiper in the rear, LED brake lights in the rear as well, and your rear tail lights are full LED, so LED brake lights, turn signals, and reverse lights. You also have LED license plate bulbs. Acura emblem is in chrome. You can get that blacked out through your dealership. Also, the A-Spec badge can be blacked out. MDX and the super handling all-wheel drive also can be blacked out. This lower portion of the bumper is gloss black. You have sensors in the rear bumper. The lower portion is flat black, and you do get the dual tips in the rear. Even though if you really look in there, it's kind of a tip, but it is a lot better than what most vehicles give you nowadays. So if you look underneath, you can see you have a spare tire, and it's dual exhaust. If you're not familiar with the newer Acura keys, here are the keys for the MDX. For the A-Spec, you do have your Acura symbol on the back, number 1, because you have memory seats on the key fobs, Acura. And you do have engine remote start, standard on the A-Spec, lock, unlock. You have a power tailgate, so you can hold to open and close. You have your panic button, and you have a button for your emergency key. So you do get smart entry on the A-Spec, so if you tap the little lines right there, it will lock all the doors, fold in your mirrors. You can also lock and unlock the doors from the rear, door handles as well, and unlock the mirror. So let's take a look at the interior. Now I call this one the Superman spec because of the blue exterior and the red interior. Starting off on the door card here, soft touch, soft touch, soft touch. You do have a strip of ambient lighting here, a unique design for the A-Spec there, and this is also soft touch as well. And it's a little firm, but still soft. For 2025, Acura did went to a Bang & Olufsen sound system instead of the ELS Studio 3D sound system. And that is a 19-speaker sound system. So you have that in your A-Spec. You have auto up-down for all 4 windows, power locks, power mirrors. You have a button here to fold in the mirrors. You have 3 position memory seats on the driver door. You also have 3 position memory seats on the passenger door as well. And I always like the styling they use for the door handle. Your blind spot monitoring system is on the inside instead of it on the outside of the mirror. And down below you do have some storage, bottle holder, a button to pop open and close the trunk, speaker grill as well too for your B&O system. Taking a look at the driver's seat, so the A-Spec will give you these unique sport seats. So they are perforated in the middle. You have the suede in the middle as well. And you have your leather on the outside with your black piping. The headrest can go up and down or forward and back, so plenty of adjustments there. It's nicely bolstered as well, not too aggressive though. You do get a 12-way power driver seat and passenger seat, so you have forward, you have back, you have up, you have down. You have this portion right here you can tilt up and down. You can move the back of the seat right here, forward and back, and then you have a 4-way lumbar adjustment. On the passenger side, you also have a 12-way adjustment as well, so forward and back, up and down. You can tilt this portion right here up and down, forward and back for the seats, and then you have a 4-way lumbar adjustment. Let's jump into the MDX A-Spec. Now I know there's a lot of road noise outside, so it should be a lot more quieter in here. So welcome to your MDX. Foot on brake. I'm gonna push the button to turn it on. Now the interior is a nice place to be in the MDX, especially in the A-Spec, because you just get a more sportier interior, especially like the technology package, but you just want a little bit more. On the left side of the steering wheel, you do have some piano black finish here around the vents. You can open and close. On the left side of the steering wheel, you do have a piano black finish here, wrap around the vents. You can open and close. Down below, you do have your parking sensors on and off, traction control on and off, and this is a shortcut to your safety features. So you push that, your safety features will pop up there, and you have your dimmer switch for your interior lighting. You have a single black stitching here. I'm not sure if that's real or not. Park and brake down below, and if you look down here, you will have your hood lever there. You can pop that guy open. The A-Spec will give you the stainless steel sport pedal, so gas, brake, and the dead pedal, which is a shocker. A lot of cars that have a sport package, the dead pedal is just rubber. It's not an actual the same material as the gas and brake. The steering wheel adjustment is power, so you have up and down, and you have out and you have in, and the steering wheel is leather wrapped. It's actually perforated where you grip it on the A-Spec, and you also get a flat bottom on the A-Spec. A-Spec badging down below. You have the silver portion here, some piano black here, hard touch for the airbag cover, but you do have some controls on both sides as well. And it's not too big, it's not too small. You can see it's a thicker rim, but it's not too thick. It's not uncomfortable when you're driving. On the left side, you do have a power button, volume. You do have a scroll wheel. You have next track, previous, voice command. You have a back key, and you have a menu key to control the pod on the left side. And on the right side is going to have more of your cruise features and your Acura watch features. So you have cruise. Let me zoom in there for you guys. You have cruise on and off. You have resume set. You have pretty much next or back, or when you're making your selection on the screen right here, you can customize it. You have lane keep and assist, adaptive cruise control, and cancel for your home system. You do have a plus and a minus power shifters behind the steering wheel. It's not real metal, probably the same material as the door handle, to be honest. And you do have your lighting switch back here. So you have off, you have auto, you have parking and on, and you do have auto high beams standard, and you have your fog lights on and off as well. On the right side, you're gonna have your wiper switches here. You have off, auto, low, and high. So you do have rain sensing windshield wipers, and for the rear wiper, you have off, intermediate, and on. You have your full digital cluster here, which is standard on every MDX. On the left side, it will control your sources. So let's say you hit menu here, it'll bring up back, this will go back to the menu, phone, FM, AM, USB, you have Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa's built in, and you can customize the display. So you can decide what shows on that list there, or if you go back, you can remove the audio and clock so they don't show the time or what you're listening to on the left pod right there. Tachometers on the left side as well. To the right side, you have a lot more information. So because I pressed the shortcut to the safety features earlier, that's what we're going to start off with. So you have your safety support here where you have road departure on and off. You have blind spot information system on and off, low speed braking control, collision mitigation braking, and that's pretty much it. You can control from here. So if you go back, you do have trip computer. You have Google Maps built in. That's where you see Google right there at the bottom. And for 2025, that's standard on every MDX. So you have the Google built in. Now, if we scroll down, you do have your maintenance, tire pressure, your super handling all-wheel drive, so you can see what torque is being used between the 4 tires, your G meter, a driver attention level. So you fill that up, you should pull over, take a rest. The car's going to recommend that. Who have their seatbelts on. You can have blank, so if you use nothing, just a speedometer on the right side. And you have your safety support, which we went over, and settings. And in settings, you can change your digital cluster up there to kilometers, if you go to Mexico or Canada, or if you leave the country. And you can change the gauge design too from advanced to crafted. Crafted will give you that traditional dash look, but I'm gonna leave it in advanced because this is how Acura set them up from factory. Let's take a look at your infotainment display over here. Now, what's standard on every MDX is a 12.3 touchscreen display. So you have this on all of the trim levels, and we're gonna start off with maps. So you do have Google Maps built in because you have Google built in, and it'll look exactly how it'll look on your computer. And for an example, I can go to settings and change it to satellite view, which is nice. So because it's built in, you don't need your phone paired to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to use Google Maps. It's, like I said, already built in. Now, it is a free trial that Acura gives you. I think it's a 3-year free trial. Could be wrong. We'll double check at the end of the video. You do have phone, Bluetooth pretty much, FM. You have a Play Store because you have Google built in. So with the Play Store, you can sign in into your Google account and download many different apps, which is also nice to have. You have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it is wireless on the MDX, even if you get the base model. So you can have it wired too if you wanted to, but wireless is standard. You have Alexa built in. I didn't mean to hit the hazard. You have Alexa built in. You have Google Assistant, so you can say, "Hey Google, tell me a joke."
What kind of music do bunnies like best? Hip hop.
Oh my God. So I've been testing the joke feature, and most of the Acuras have Google built in, and every joke has just been corny. But because you have a Google Assistant, you can tell it to do all types of things, like turn on things in your home, or maybe things with your phone, or things even with the MDX itself. You can just use your voice, which is nice. Going on to the second page, you have vehicle settings, general settings, profile settings. You have ambient lighting. And with the ambient lighting, right now, it's set to when you change your dynamic mode, which we'll get to that in a second, it'll automatically change your lighting based on the mode that you select. But if you turn that off, you can go in and choose one of the many different ambient lighting combinations. And you can see some of them are different colors because green and blue. So for example, you choose that one, the top portion will be green and the lower portion will be blue based on what you choose. So it's a really cool feature, and I like that Acura give you many different options. Now, they all are based on different places of the world, and they're like actual places, which is cool. So you can't go in there and just, all right, I want this blue and I want this. You have to kind of choose some of the themes that they have built in. So let's get out of that guy. Well, you have profile settings because you can have multiple different profiles in your MDX. Right now I'm under as owner because I'm not signed in or set up, but you can have multiple different profiles, which is nice. You have general settings, you have vehicle settings, and here I like the menu, how it shows all of the options wrapped around your MDX. You can actually hit menu and hit body color and change the color of your MDX. So there go Apex Blue, which is nice. I don't know why they don't have that by default, but they give you the option. I guess they'll have to go with every MDX and make sure it's the right color, so they just left it by default. You choose your color. But if you go into, I think it's door setup, you can turn on a walkway auto lock feature, which is also standard on every MDX as well. You have general settings, you have vehicle settings. I like that when you push home, it goes back to the last menu you were in instead of going back to the first page. So that's cool. You have Bluetooth audio, you have trip computer, USB, AM's tucked away back here, and you do have system updates. Wi-Fi hotspot is built in. It's with AT&T, and you can get a free trial, and then after that you can pay monthly to have internet in your MDX, which is nice. You do have cabin talk, so it's a cool feature where if you have it on and you're speaking through the speakers, whoever's speaking in the second or third row, you can say, you know, sit down, so like jumping up and down, or tell the dogs to sit down or something like that. So I don't know if you guys can pick it up through my microphone, but my voice is actually being projected through the speakers back there, so you don't have to turn around and scream at your kids or your dogs or what's going on. So that's a nice feature to have. You do have Acura Link, and Acura Link is a feature you can download to your phone. You're able to unlock your MDX from your phone, lock it from your phone, remote start, set the temperature, see how much gas you have, oil life, tire pressure, or the doors open. It will send you like monthly health reports. So you do get a free trial when you do pick up your Acura for 3 years. After that, it'll cut off and you can pay, I think it's like $110 a year, somewhere around there, to continue. It's actually a really nice feature because the remote start on the key fob is only for about 300 and change feet. You can remote start your MDX pretty much from anywhere. It's a cool feature. Compass built in. You have clock as well too. Skip that guy, so you can just have that just in case you don't want to have any apps. Display mode will adjust the brightness and then you have all apps as well. You also have a helper screen on the right side, which will show you what audio you're listening to, or a compass. You can have the time, or you can have your range and fuel, and back to audio. If you're using Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, it will take up the whole screen, and you can make it smaller where it doesn't take up the whole screen. The infotainment display, easy to use. It's not a huge tablet display, because I know a lot of cars nowadays are having 14, 15, 16, 17-inch displays. If you like a more traditional interior, you will appreciate the MDX, because it's not going to be a huge just screen sitting here. Same thing on the driver display too. It's not just a big screen just sitting there. It's actually detached and a little bit more traditional than what most people are. Actually, I guess most people are used to not having a screen at all, but if you don't want the big tablet style screen and no buttons, you're going to appreciate the interior in here. Down below, your infotainment display, more piano black, so air vents, piano black, air vents, hazard here, engine start stop button there, and below that you do have your climate control. So when you have this on, which let me turn that on and turn AC off, you do have the driver's temperature here. Okay, even light up to show you you're going up or down, which are nice. You can put exactly what temperature you want. You do have a tri-zone climate control in the MDX, so whoever sits in the rear can have their own temperature. Passenger can also have their own temperature, and this is the toggle for the passenger. If you have sync on, then you control all 3 zones. But if you turn sync off, you can go to the rear settings and adjust their settings as well. You do have on and off for the whole system, auto, you have sync. The auto climate control is GPS linked, and you have different modes, so feet face only, fan speed. You have AC on and off. I need to turn that guy up. You have rear settings here, so here you can control the second and third row rear settings. You can lock the second row's controls as well too, so that way your kid is not messing with the buttons back there. Front defrost, heated back glass, heated side mirror, and you do have your air circulation button over here. We'll give you ventilated front seats and heated front seats. So the technology package only give you heated, 3 different levels of heated, to get the ventilated, which is nice. Same thing on the passenger side as well. Now you have this big dynamic button here. If you twist this guy, you can go through different drive modes. So you have snow, comfort, normal, and sport. And you can customize the drive mode. If you push it straight in, it will bring you up a individual mode. And from here, you have to hold it. You have to press and hold. There we go. It will bring up individual mode. And here you can change your engine to wherever you want, your steering to whatever you want. You can turn off the idle stop, adjust the gauges, and adjust the ambient lighting as well. So you can choose between, I think it's blue, white, and red automatically. But I would probably have my ambient lighting on a color that I choose. But yeah, just in case you want steering to be more aggressive, engine to be more soft, you can kind of customize it to your liking, to how you want it. And down below, your dynamic mode button here, you do have your push button shifter. So your park, reverse, neutral, and drive. If you hit drive again, it'll put the transmission to an S mode, kind of like a sport mode. And you do have your engine idle stop defeat button here, brake hold on and off here. And I will put it in reverse so you guys can see the back of the camera. So foot on brakes, you pull back for reverse. Now you do get a Acura's multi-link backup camera, which is a wide angle. You have normal, and you have top down. If you want the surround view camera system, where it's like a 360, you have to go up to an advanced and up. You also have cross traffic on and off too. So if you're backing up and someone is coming from this way or that way, it will alert you, let you know that person's coming, and you can adjust the brightness. And then in the helper screen, it'll bring up a radar for your MDX. I'm gonna go ahead and put that guy back into park. So for 2025, Acura did kind of readjust the center console as well. So being that you have a touchscreen display now, because 24 and older had the touchpad, no touchscreen, they got rid of the touchpad, and now you have a wireless phone charger up here. Actually, it's always been here, but it's a little bit more wider. You do have a dedicated volume knob, next track, previous, new storage here for your phone or wherever you want to put there, and they've updated the cup holders as well. For your center console, it is soft touch. You can see it's black stitched, and this is a 2-tier system. So if you push, it'll open just the top part here where you can put cards or pens or anything like that. And then if you pull, you can open up the whole center console there, which will have 2 USB-Cs. And the one to the left is actually, I did not mean to zoom in that much, but the one to the left is going to be for your wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto and charging. The one to your right is just for charging, but there's a deep storage in there, matte all the way at the bottom. You can put plenty of goodies in there. Now your glove box is lockable on the A-Spec, and you can see the material they use. It looks like it's like a metal material. Actually, it feels like the door handle and the power shifter is behind the steering wheel, but it is damp, and it is lined with felt as well, so it won't scratch up your goodies in there, and it'll open slowly. And let's take a look at the seating on the passenger side as well. If you don't like this black strip in the middle, then you probably don't want an A-Spec because that's specific to the A-Spec level. Above the touchscreen display, you have your auto dimming rearview mirror and built-in home link. So you have your garage openers you can set up here, or gates, or 3 different options you can set up there, and the forward button turn on and off for the auto dimming. Up above that, you do have your SOS button here. So they got rid of the link button. I think it was just a Honda link button up here, but now you have the SOS button, so you have to flip open this piece and push the button to speak to emergency contact. You do have LED lighting throughout the interior as well, and you do have your moonroof control here and the panoramic shade here. So if you pull this guy back, it will open up the panoramic moonroof. Well, it won't open the moonroof. It'll pull back the shade. That way you can see your panoramic moonroof. Only the front portion opens. The rear is just a glass. And if you want to open the front portion, you have the left switch here that you can pull back, and it'll open all the way for you. Also, if you push it straight up, it'll ventilate for you as well. And it don't raise that high, just slightly, kind of like that. That way you get a little air in here if needed to. And then forward will close that guy. Back on the right side, you have your door switch for your lights, so you can have it on door or off. You do have a sunglass holder, and it is lined as well. That way it won't scratch up your sunglass. Your headliner is black, and you can see I don't think it matters what interior color you get, it'll be black. On the passenger visor, you do get a mirror, and you do get a light. It's not LED, but you do get a light. On the driver's side, same thing, you get a mirror with a light. Let's jump out of here and take a look at your rear passengers. So this is how wide the rear doors will open. You can see on the door, you do have your built-in peasant blockers, which is nice. This is hard touch up here, soft touch on this side, soft touch. This is also soft touch, but not as soft as the driver. You do get a strip for your ambient lighting back here too. More of that A-Spec texture. You can feel it. You do have a window switch. You do have a Bang & Olufsen speaker grill here, another speaker down below, same door handle from up front. You have a bottle holder and more storage as well. The second row seating mimics the driving seat. The only thing you don't have is the perforation in the leather. So this is perforated in the middle in the suede, but not in the leather like the driver's seat. But you still have the black piping as well. Easy access to your hooks for car seats or booster seats or whatever you need to throw back here. You don't gotta dig in there to find it. And you do have your middle seat that's removable. So on every MDX, you can remove this and turn your MDX into a captain's row on the second seat. You just won't have an armrest built in on the seating themselves if you remove this middle seat, but it's folded down already, so it'll show you what it looks like as an armrest. I'm actually gonna get in here. I have the front seat all the way back. I'm 5'10", still got plenty of room up front. You do have cup holders and storage here when you have this seat down. You need 2 hands to raise this guy. You can still put a car seat here in the middle as well. And then the other side, same thing. In the second row, you have some functions back here you can control. So you have the climate control, you have your fan speed, you have auto, you have the different modes and on and off. But this is what you can lock from up front. So you have kiddos back here, they're not playing with the buttons. And down below, you do have 2 USB-C ports and a power outlet port as well too. This guy opens up, and then this side is just blank. A slight hump in the middle, but not too noticeable. You do have a mat pocket behind the driver and a mat pocket behind the passenger doors as well. And I like this material that's not leather like the seat, so it's easy to clean. Your kids are kicking the back of the seat. Up above, you do have speakers above your head on the front and second row. And you can see the same thing up here as well. It's part of the B&O sound system. And then you have your dry cleaning hooks on there. To access the third row, you do have a little button here you can pull. Not pull, push. Pull. And it'll automatically fold the seat up forward for you. And you can see back here, you can only seat 2 in the back of the MDX. If you want to fold these seats down, let me put this back into place. You just pull this handle here, and it'll drop it forward. Now, it didn't drop all the way because the driver's seat's all the way back, but the second row, you can pull a bar and move the seats forward and back as well, too. So you can see back here, to lift up the seat from back here, you have to pull that handle and lift up, and you can put this guy back into place. Put the head rest up. I'm actually gonna get back here, push that button again, and get in the back. Now, sitting in the back of the MDX, it's not too much room you have back here. It's not the spacious in the world either. If I zoom out of here, and I put this seat back, putting the seat all the way back, it's touching my knees, but I'm still sitting back here fine. You can actually ask this person to move the seat up a little bit to give you a little more room if needed. Lift this guy up, put that back into place. The third row will mimic the driver and second row. You just have no suede back here, and it's not perforated back here either. But taking a look at the storage you have back here, you do have a cup holder, and that's pretty much it. There's no air vents back here. You do have a speaker grill back here, and you have this like soft carpet material. This is all hard plastic, and that's pretty much it. I believe the Advanced will give you USB A's back here, one back here and one there, but on the A-Spec, don't really got much going on back here. Now to get out, you push this button here, it'll automatically fold forward, or you can pull this lever right here. Yeah, this lever should, okay, I just have to make sure. You pull that lever too, and it'll let you out as well. So let's jump out of here and take a look at the cargo space. You do have a capless fuel filler on the MDX, and you just push it open so you don't have a gas release lever up front. When you lock the MDX, it will lock this door. Come along to the rear, you do have a hands-free access power tailgate, so you can kick underneath the bumper to open and close the tailgate, or you can just push the button like I did, or from the remote you can also open it and close. The tailgate is adjustable, so whatever height you want it at, you can have it saved. But with the third row up, you do got some storage underneath here, and this is reversible, so you have a carpet side and you have a hard side, and you can actually store this away too down inside if needed to. Down here you will have your jack and your funnel. You gotta turn those knobs and you have those goodies there. On the right side, no more storage over here. Left side, you do have a little storage here. Front license plate. And you do get a power outlet back here, a grocery hook, and you do have a walkaway auto lock feature. So if you push this, it will turn green and it will close for you. So actually, let me fold down the rear seats. And folding down the rear seats is not power at all. It's manual, but for some people that don't want, I guess, the power where you have to wait for it to fold down, you can just fold it down yourself. And you push this guy, turns green, and then as you walk away, it won't close till you walk away. We made it to the 2025 Acura MDX model lineup. So today we're taking a look at the MDX with A-Spec package. All right, so the A-Spec package is going to add to technology package features. So it's going to have everything the technology package have, plus these. So standard super handling all-wheel drive, because I believe that's an option on the technology package, but you cannot get front-wheel drive on the A-Spec. So only super handling all-wheel drive. You do get the A-Spec exterior sport appearance package. So that's kind of like the blacked out everything, the sportier bumpers, all the good stuff you see on the outside. LED fog lights is on the A-Spec. You get the sport seats with perforated Milano Premium Leather and Ultrasuede with contrast stitching and piping. A-Spec interior sport appearance package. You get the geometric pattern brush aluminum interior trim. You saw me rubbing against that, throughout the video. Ebony headliner, metal footrest and pedals, heated and ventilated front seats, leather wrapped flat bottoms, sports steering wheel, and cabin talk. So A-Spec is really for everyone they want the technology package, but you want just a more attractive look. In my opinion, this is something I would get for myself as well too. If I like everything that the technology package have, but I want the kind of like the sport seats, just the overall, this more sporty look, I would definitely go with the A-Spec, and that's usually what the A-Spec is. Let's go ahead and build our MDX. We're going to start with the super handling all-wheel drive. Click on A-Spec, and here are all your color combinations. Now, starting off with Lunar Silver Metallic, it only comes in Ebony interior, so that's the darker interior you can get on your MDX. In person, to me, it looked like a charcoal, like a dark gray, but definitely take a look at one and see for yourself. You have Majestic Black Pearl, which only comes in Ebony or red interior, and you have Liquid Carbon Metallic, which also comes in either Ebony or red interior. And I was actually going to do a liquid carbon with the red interior, but once I seen the Superman spec, I had to do that because I don't think Acura make too many of the Apex Blue with the red interior. But that's what the red will look like. That's what we're actually doing right now. And Performance Red only comes with ebony interior. Now, if you get Platinum White Pearl, you have the choice of ebony or red, or Apex Blue, which we're doing. You have the option between ebony and red. And you probably noticed that besides Lunar Silver, Majestic Black Pearl, Liquid Carbon, Performance Red, Platinum White Pearl, and Apex Blue Pearl do have a $600 upcharge for the paint. So if you want the least expensive A-Spec, you will have to get a Lunar Silver to save yourself $600. Also, red and ebony are your only interior options. If you want a lighter interior, just choose a different package. If you want this exterior, like you want all the sporty looks and you still want a lighter interior, then you have to go up to an A-Spec Advanced package that will allow you to get Orchid. Is it Orchid? Yeah, I think Orchid interior as well. And I actually recently did a liquid carbon with, I think, Orchid. So did I do it, or was it with Ebony? I think I did Ebony. I don't think I did. It's so hard to keep up. But let's take a look at some of the accessories that you can add to your MDX. Most luxury brands, you have to add everything, you know, heated seats, you know, safety features, a moonroof, you know, upgraded sound system, things like that. And the MDX has everything standard. You choose your trim level, and these options you can add to your MDX are more of personalization or pretty much protecting your MDX. And there's little things you can add as well too, electronic wise, but it's not too much because Acura is a, you know, one size fit all type brand. So you have your different packages, all season package, you have an all season protection package 2, all season protection package 3, and I like how they give you these pictures to kind of give you an idea what's in them. Valve stem caps. Here's the blacked out emblems I told you that you can get through your dealership. So this is something I would do. Blacked up, yeah, that looks like super clean. Especially if you get an A-Spec, get all the blacked out emblems look fire. The logo pattern projector, I like that as well. You have the welcome lights. You have the bike attachment up above, crossbars to put your bike attachment, the hands-free access power tailgate. This is an option. I think if you go with the MDX, like the lowest model, I think you should add this because technology and up, I think, have this standard already. So you won't have to worry about adding that. But you have a lot of roof attachments, you know, running boards and more roof attachments. You know, you could get black roof rails because on the A-Spec, they're not standard. I think if they get advanced and up, you get roof rails standard, but you could choose between silver or black, trailer hitch, trailer, this is the sensor. You get the ball, body side molding, door edge film. So a lot of protecting things. Like I said, you can add to your MDX splash guard set, wheel locks. I like that you can change the interior trim, but I do like the A-Specs, like that Y pattern. But even the door interior, you can make like a wood type of feel. Actually, the wood is actually really nice. I ain't gonna lie, the gray wood looks really good. But you get premium carpet floor mats, illuminated door sill trim, which is a nice touch. Sports steering wheel with heated function. I think you don't get heated till you get to advanced as well. So you get a flat bottom and heated if you wanted to. All season mats, all season floor mats for the third row. So that's interesting that you have to pay for that separate. But first aid kit, cargo cup. Like I said, guys, this is all protector stuff. So you have the cargo trays, you have seat covers, cargo net, a lot of things to protect your MDX. But let's look at the breakdown. Let's see what you're looking at pricing. So the starting MSRP is $61,800. Going with Apex Blue Pearl, that's $600 upcharge fee. Destination and handling is $1,350. Total MSRP is $63,750. So it is about like $3,000, I think, more than a technology package, and you can see what you're getting. Over that, if ventilated seats is a deal breaker, then you probably definitely want to go up to an A-Spec because you cannot get that in technology package. But like I said, this package is more for the enthusiast, somebody that want a sporty looking MDX. You don't want the chrome everywhere. You want it blacked out and just look sleek. This is definitely the way to go. I will end everything here. If you have any questions, maybe you own one, you're shopping for one, maybe you bought something else, drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. Tell me what you think. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next walk around.